the idea and the concept of a browser-based editor is certainly nothing new. But you're actually talking about the environment behind the editor as well. How does that actually work?
Yeah, sure. So yeah, that's not new in the sense that yeah, we're seeing more and more of our application that are running in the browser. So we have more and more tabs in our browser open,
Yeah.
and yeah, and the IDE is something that is not until now hasn't been running in one of our tabs. So it's what we're trying to do
Hmm.
is moving the IDE as well in make it run in the browser. So and how it works, it's actually it uh, starts a container in Kubernetes. So once a user request through an HTTP request, clicking in his browser, it requests a new development environment. Che will start a Kubernetes pod that has a few containers in it.
Hmm.
And one of those containers will run an IDE, an editor, and the default one is the default editor that we use is Eclipse Che. And other containers will be used so that the developer via his browser will be able to access to get a shell in the other containers, so they will be able to build and run his application.
What's so valuable about having the IDE in the browser? Is it like a Google Docs style um, peer programming type of a deal, or is it zero configuration? What are I guess customers, but also people who just are individual users? Why are they starting to adopt browser-based IDEs?
I think yeah, I think that the three most important feature are first of all, it's make starting a development environment incredibly easy. So it's just you click the link and you got everything set up, and you don't have to install local dependency. You only need to have a browser.
Mhm.
So that's the first thing. The second thing that is really valuable, especially for our customer, for Red Hat customers, is that it it makes the development environment much more secure because the developers doesn't need to download source code locally on their machine. They don't need to to install dependencies or development tools in their machine. Everything is defined and controlled, and it's in the Kubernetes will run in the Kubernetes pod. So it's what a developer is able to do is limited, is more limited, but on at the same time, so it's powerful because we will talk about it. I think it's a developer is able to define his workspace how whatever he wants, so however he wants, but he needs to actually go through um, a git checkout of the code, and then you need to provide a dev file, what we call a dev file, so a definition of a Che workspace
Yeah.
that will help him to start. So, and that's the third benefit is that those environments are repeatable. So if I define a development environment, my colleague on my team will be able to reuse the same definition um, easily.